Well, good morning. Today is Wednesday, January 19th. I'm Danielle Wiggins with your 3 News Now morning update. Thanks for spending a few minutes with me on the WKYC Facebook and YouTube pages. Remember, you can always share your thoughts on the stories covered in the comments section and let me know your name and where you're watching from. And many of you have been talking about the weather and the large amount of snow that hit the region this week. So we start with Hollie, who says today will be a little bit of a warm up.
Danielle, thanks. A little breather today. In fact, temperatures warm enough to support even a rain shower as we look ahead here on satellite and radar, but it'll be very scattered. Nothing that's going to add to accumulation. Today's the day where hopefully you can continue to dig out. I know sidewalks and your own driveways and things are still very much snow covered and even melting a little bit of the snow. But then we get cold, and by this evening and tonight, here it comes. This is the view at 2 a.m. tomorrow. Temperatures are in the teens at that point and getting even colder by 5 a.m. as we're on go. We'll be talking about low to mid-teens, a little scattered snow here and there. So it will be quite the drastic change considering. And we are going to trend below normal once this happens later tonight into the next several days, some frigid air. So tomorrow we won't climb out of the teens, single-digit lows to near 0 degrees. We're only in the 20s for highs. It'll be nice to see some sunshine, though, on Friday. That always helps. Over the weekend, pretty quiet. I mean, just a few flurries and snow showers. No big storm systems, but the story will remain cold and below normal through the weekend and into early next week. Danielle, back to you.
Thank you so much, Hollie. Now to COVID-19, as the state of Ohio reported around 15,000 new COVID cases yesterday, which is a drop from the high number of cases over the past week caused by a backlog of tests. 423 hospitalizations were also reported, above the 21-day average of 362. The website to order your free at-home COVID test is officially live, and here are 3 things to know before placing an order. First, there is a limit of 1 order per residential address, not per person. However, you will receive 4 rapid antigen tests in 1 order. And orders will ship for free starting in late January. And from then, it will take 7 to 12 days to arrive. So if you need a test sooner, you may need to find another location. And speaking of COVID tests and locations, as for getting a free COVID test in person in Cleveland, the Walker Center testing site will close after this Sunday, the 23rd. Governor DeWine says the closure is due to a decrease in demand. Now, the Ohio National Guard will move to Southern Ohio to help. And as the Omicron variant continues to spread around the world, the CDC is adding 22 countries to its highest risk travel category. Those include places like Australia, the Bahamas, and the British Virgin Islands. With those additions, there's a list of over 100 countries that the CDC says you should avoid traveling to right now because of the high risk of getting COVID-19. You can see the full list on the CDC website. And here are 3 other local stories we're following. First, Cleveland Browns defensive tackle Malik McDowell is out on bond after being arrested in Florida. And we want to warn you that some of the pictures involved in this story are disturbing. McDowell is charged with battery of an officer and public exposure. On Monday, officers received a call about a naked man walking near a children's daycare in Deerfield Beach, Florida.
There was a gentleman roaming the parking lot and getting close enough to the building in the center, and we immediately enacted the security protocols and put the center on lockdown.
When a deputy arrived on scene, we're told that McDowell allegedly tackled him and punched him. And prosecutors say the deputy is now having trouble walking. This isn't McDowell's first run-in with the law. He recently served 11 months in prison after pleading guilty to charges, including assault and possession of a stolen vehicle. The Browns released a statement saying they are aware of the very concerning incident and arrest. They're gathering more information and have no further comment at this time. Perkins Township police are investigating the death of a 24-year-old man killed inside a Kalahari employee housing facility. 6 people have been charged in connection to the death of Dontre Tate. 5 of them are Kalahari employees. Police are still investigating exactly what happened, but say Tate was shot during a party Sunday night after getting into an argument. We do want to reiterate that this did not happen at the Kalahari Resort, but down the street at a housing facility. And some startling new numbers from Hopkins International Airport. The TSA says in 2021, they stopped 43 handguns at security checkpoints. That's almost double the number from 2019. And for the first time since 2017, Cleveland's TSA caught more firearms than every Ohio airport. The TSA wants to remind travelers that bringing a gun can lead to criminal charges. Okay, so let's talk politics now. Ohio Representative Amelia Sykes will run for the open seat in the 13th Congressional District. Sykes was first elected to her Akron district in 2014 and became the first black female lawmaker under the age of 30 to serve in the legislature. Her mother, Barbara Sykes, served in the Ohio House and ran for state auditor. And her father, Vernon Sykes, is a state senator.
Well, I'm going into this thinking that the people of Northeast Ohio need a fighter, someone who is not afraid to stand up to the powerful and well-connected, and who's willing to push against the status quo. And I am going to introduce myself and reintroduce myself to people out throughout the community. But the good thing is people do know me. They do know my track record of working across the aisle in order to make sure I deliver results for my community. And I'm just going to expand upon that.
Sykes' potential Republican opponents include Max Miller, a close ally and former aide to former President Donald Trump, Shay Hawkins, who previously worked for U.S. Representative Jim Renacci, and U.S. Senator Tim Scott. Okay, new from overnight, airlines across the world are rushing to cancel or change flights heading into the U.S. over an ongoing dispute about the rollout of 5G networks. But just yesterday, Verizon and AT&T announced they will delay turning on airports or towers near airports. This comes amid concern that 5G signals could interfere with critical cockpit technology that pilots rely on. The cell giants insist 5G is not a threat to aviation, but the FAA, airline pilots, and even plane manufacturers aren't convinced. They've been sending warnings of massive passenger and cargo disruptions if the systems went live.
The FAA has to go airport by airport, runway by runway, and do an analysis to clear these runways at airports so that we can safely fly.
Bottom line is we've got to get this done safely. And right now, every indication is it's not been tested and it is not safe for a full rollout.
AT&T took aim at the FAA Tuesday, saying, "We are frustrated by the FAA's inability to do what nearly 40 countries have done, which is to safely deploy 5G technology without disrupting aviation services." 5G service will go live today for the rest of the country. Alrighty, Baloney fans, listen up. We have some sad news for you this morning. Sugardale is discontinuing their Cleveland bologna. Well, Sugardale, they tell us in part that the decision to exit the bologna category, made in late 2021, was a difficult one that reflects the need for us to focus on the items that appeal to the greatest number of consumers. Sugardale is headquartered in Massillon and was founded in Canton in 1920. But thank goodness that the hot dogs aren't going anywhere. Well, thank you for taking time to join me for this 3 News Now morning update. Our digital team will continue to bring you the stories making headlines around Northeast Ohio and beyond, including Baker Mayfield's surgery. Make sure to continue to check our social media pages and WKYC.com throughout the day. I'm Danielle Wiggins, and the Go team will see you tomorrow morning, starting at 4:30 a.m. for Go. Have a great day, everybody.